Tackle Shop Confessions is back with a big raffle this Monday, August the 11th. We've got two Z Custom Rod Chovy rods ready to go out to you. A TTR 880 rated at 15 to 30 pounds and a Seeker CLB 804 10 to 25 pound rod. Tickets are only $5 or you can get 5 tickets for $20. You can Zelle Chuck Zimmer at 310-918-1448 or Venmo Chuck at Charles-Zimmer-5. Any more questions, send Chuck a text, 310-918-1448. Hope you win big.
Yeah.
So Phil Friedman said this popper is the best popper to use in the world. Phil, I just spent some money on these 2 poppers, and if you don't catch fish, I'm going to have you reimburse me for the cost. All right, it's all on you, Phil.
Pedro bait receiver. We got plenty of sardine, nice size, and cured. Come and get it. I got live squid as well. I'll probably have anchovy tonight as well. Come on by. I'm 24/7. Phone number 310-365-2516. Send me a text if you want to save something I've cured for yourself.
Please don't forget to support the Friedman Adventurers family members who make this all possible, like the taxman, Tim Marquez, and your garage door man, Joe Welker, who does a great job and gets rave reviews here at Friedman Adventures. Heating and or air conditioning needs, it's our dear friend, John Lopez, and also the Island Spirit, Ventura Sport Fishing. You can't beat it. Chris Isaac and the El Patron out of Long Beach Sport Fishing, www.longbeachsportfishing.org.
Get out of bed and wake up the kids, 'cause you know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Fishing reports up and down the coast. Your Phil Friedman, your coffee-loving host. So much fishing intel, it feels like cheating when you tune into the morning briefing. Inshore, offshore, from the surf, bluefin, yellowtail, pod, surf, perch. They'll tell you where the fish are and what they're eating when you tune into the morning briefing. So give it a like and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified of all the fishing content coming your way. Friedman Adventures is here to make your fishing day. It's a morning briefing. Morning briefing.
Hey, good Thursday morning, everybody, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. Another gorgeous day, and high hopes that the fish are going to continue to bite, because we've seen some tremendous stuff down there at the Coronado Islands. That yellowtail bite has been absolutely phenomenal. Long-range fishing, yellowtail and yellowfin tuna. Jeff Lingle's been hammering the bluefin tuna, and that bait shortage is of concern in San Diego. We've got white sea bass. We've got some great indicators on yellowtail at both Catalina and San Clemente Island as they're zooming around there. And of course, San Francisco and the Channel Islands have been really good. Hey, I am actually right now, while you're watching this, undergoing a medical procedure this morning. I don't think it's any big deal, but I wanted to get our morning briefing coffee with you. I'm probably going to roll some B-roll next, and I will give you all the very, very latest. I'll be able to do that. I just won't be able to stand on the beach with you on Thursday morning. So next we'll roll that B-roll, just be fishing action while I go over all the very latest and everything that's going on. Hey, I can't thank you enough for the likes, for the shares to the Freedman Adventures YouTube channel. Thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you so much for all you do for Freedman Adventures. You can follow us over there on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You know what time it is. It is time for the Thursday morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. And good Thursday morning, everybody. Once again, I apologize for not standing here on the beach in person with you, but I am having a medical procedure that's going to take about 4 hours here this morning. So I'm rolling some B-roll and getting you up to date in kind of an abbreviated session here this morning. Once again, I can't thank you enough for all the likes and all of the subscribers and all of the ticking of the little filthy, rotten, stinking little bell. All of that means the world to us. And remember, you can follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. All right, down at Cedros Island, that mix of fish, we're still seeing some halibut, white sea bass, yellowtail, and really good calico bass fishing. San Quintin area, that's 140 miles down below the border. Outstanding yellowtail action down there. And, of course, offshore from there, there's bluefin tuna and a lot of really excellent bottom fishing should you want to do that, lings and reds and so much more. But really, it's yellows. That's the thing that's highlighting everything out of Ensenada. Carlos Cortez, he's up there out of Popotla, and that's about a 15-minute drive south of Rosarito Beach. He's been hammering yellows at the Coronado Islands, doing really good below there in Ensenada proper, down there at 70 miles. We continue to see some really excellent yellowtail action. There's some barracuda flurries, there's sand and calico bass, there's plenty of rockfish, and let us not count out the bluefin tuna. They are still there and still hanging around. So that is a really, really good sign. We get you up and start talking about bluefin tuna, and the nighttime fishing has been very hit and miss. The guys that get on a big school, and it's got to be a biting school. Sometimes you're getting on schools and they're just not in the mood to bite. But the guys are getting on those big schools that want to bite are doing great. But other guys are suffering. And there's a lot of driving around at night here lately where you're just not connecting. Now, having said that, a few guys have connected. But in most cases, it's pretty tough fishing. And same thing in the daytime. And we do have that San Diego bait rationing going on. There's not a tremendous amount of bait being doled out to the sport boats and hardly any to the private boaters. So as I tell you that makes a difference in terms of the daytime bite with chumming, I also want to remind you whether you're going sand bass fishing, yellowtail fishing at the Coronado Islands, or anything else, you definitely want to bring some artificials, whether it's Tatty 45s or it's plastics to fish the bass with. Whatever it is, you're definitely going to want to have that with you right now. Sometimes it's Chovy, sometimes it's Steen, sometimes it's both, and sometimes it's very little bait at all. We're in a weird kind of circumstance right now. 73-degree water on Point Loma today. That's getting really warm. Watch out. Yellowfin, Dorado, are they in our future? We'll have to wait and see. And taking a look at the islands there at the Coronado Islands, still really great yellowtail action going on there. I love the bite that has been taking place there. The lack of bait hurts, but throwing a Tatty 45 is the best way to do it. Don't throw it without at least 40-pound line. That's what you want to be fishing with for sure to get the job done. So really good fishing there. San Clemente Island, we continue to see some pretty darn good fishing on the backside on that big fish. In fact, the Thunderbird, heck, they had a little of everything the other day. Yesterday, they had white sea bass, yellowtail, bluefin tuna, you name it, they caught it. They did really, really well. The Fury, I think, had a dozen white sea bass, and there's been a little splash of fish like that. At Catalina Island, the El Patron is starting to think, hey, we might have bluefin tuna in our sights. In fact, they do. The Pursuit had 3 bluefin tuna today on their trip where they leave from 22nd Street landing in San Pedro in the morning and come back in the afternoon, just like the El Patron does. They're starting to see foamers of fish. It's very close to the island. You know, you're going to have to factor that into your plans if you're headed to Catalina Island. From now on, I'm telling you, that is a viable possibility for you all. www.longbeachsportfishing.org. or to get on the El Patron. That's breaking news. Bluefin Tuna at Catalina Island. Up in the Channel Islands, a lot of rockfish, and, there's some bass and barracuda fishing going on up there, halibut fishing also, but the big numbers of white sea bass and halibut, it really has tailed off. The Aloha Spirit and several other guys just kind of scratched at it. Here today, we didn't see any huge numbers. And once again, the gray light, who continues to go offshore and look around, only had one bluefin today for 6 anglers, I should say, yesterday. So once again, they're kind of just playing with it up there. Morro Bay, Avila Beach, we're seeing some great rock fishing, lots of lings. And in San Francisco, we got the stripers still biting with some pretty good halibut fishing going along. 1/2 and 3/4 day down there in San Diego. I'll tell you, that sand bass bites for real. It's pretty good, and they have a lack of bait down there. In most cases, you can do pretty well. You might want to bring some squid along with you or some shrimp along with you if you want to catch a sheephead or two. It's not a bad idea to bring some of your own bait right now in these tumultuous times, but definitely want to have some plastic lures for fishing bass. That's a great way to go. They also had some local yellowtail in San Diego in that warm water, so there's some of that around right now. Also, that's good news. Elsewhere, as we move you up and down the coast, pretty scratchy. I see a lot of sculpin and rockfish in the counts and a little bit of sand and calico bass here and there. If you get a good calico bass score locally, it seems like it has been mostly on the short fish that they are returning. Same thing up there, Marina del Rey, a lot of sculpin up there. And up there in the Channel Islands, we're seeing a little bit more barracuda and calico bass. In the Southern California surf, we're seeing some pretty darn good fishing down between the Huntington Beach Pier or down there around Dog Beach. We're seeing some yellowfin croaker, corbina down there on the sand crabs. That's a good way to go. Or you can also fish with a ghost shrimp. And we're also seeing some decent fishing up there in the Long Beach area with a few halibut, yellowfin croaker biting really well in the Santa Monica Bay there around the Topaz Rock Jetty. And then up around El Segundo, we are seeing some pretty good fishing. Hey, that's it. See you later.